Hey Sharon, Demetrius here. So here's this quick video I told you I'd put together for you, just kind of give you a better an understanding of what I do and how I do it. And so what I did is I typed in commercial cleaning services Bend, Oregon, which generally when people are looking for like janitorial type of service, that's what they type in. And so as we scroll down, you'll notice at the very top of the page, you'll see some businesses running ads here, and they are all residential cleaners, right? And so there's it's not a super competitive space for janitorial service. That being said, there are still some a decent amount of competitors in town, and one that kind of sticks out that is getting the lion's share of leads here in town is Ben Commercial Cleaning. And so these guys are sitting here at the top of the map pack. This here, we call this the map pack. Obviously, just kind of see the map there, and there's generally only 3 businesses that show up in this space. And so if a business shows up there, some prime real estate. Reason being is that people that search, generally about 40% click here in the map pack, where they'll call the number that's listed here. So if your business happens to show up in the map pack, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to get a phone call or that click to your website or through that contact form. And so the reason that these businesses show up here in the map pack is that not only did they fully optimize their business listing, yes, they have some referrals or some reviews, but you see Final Touch and Elite both only have 2 reviews there. So at the end of the day, it's not entirely about reviews. But what does play a huge factor is citations. And so citations are anywhere that your name, address, and phone number show up on the web. And mainly that comes through directories. I know you mentioned earlier that you were doing some ad spend with ZipLocal. Now ZipLocal is a directory. There's also Yellow Pages, Yelp, things like that. But there's thousands of places where you can get your name, address, and phone number out on the web. And the ones that I named are just a few of them. And so that's really kind of what helps you pop here into the map pack. And then as we scroll down, we get to the organic listings. And then you'll notice that Ben Commercial Cleaning, they are taking this top spot as well. So they're number 1 in the map pack, and they're number 1 organically. Now, when you search for something, what are your thoughts when you are looking and you see a business that shows up number 1 in the map pack and then also is at the top spot in the organic listings, right? Well, if you're like most people, you probably think that they must know what they're doing, and they must be an authority in their particular industry, right? And so just from looking at these 2 things, I can tell that these guys are probably getting the lion's share of jobs for commercial cleaning. And so success leaves clues. And so what I wanted to do is dig a little bit into Ben Commercial Cleaning and see what it was that they were doing that has allowed them to get to where they are at online. And so when I did that, this is a tool I use called Ahrefs. And what this does is gives me a snapshot really of kind of not only their overall site, but keywords that they are ranking for. And so when I did the keyword search, it showed me that they're really only ranking for 4 keywords. And with that, they're not even technically ranking for them. So again, like I mentioned earlier, the keyword commercial cleaning services Bend, Oregon does not generate a ton of search and not enough to show here in the results, right? So that's why we don't see it here. But some keywords that do show up are cleaning services Bend, Oregon, which has a roughly monthly search of about 80. And these guys are currently in position 33 for that particular keyword. That being said, right, there is still search for commercial cleaning services Bend, Oregon. Otherwise, there would not be a map pack here and the organic listings, right? So there is search, just not a ton. That being said, that lets me know that there's some opportunity to kind of capture some of this space here and start you know, taking some business that is currently going to Ben Commercial Cleaning, right? And so from there, let's take a look at Ben Commercial Cleaning's website. Now, generally, Google likes to see a lot of content, especially on the home page, and lots of pages, right? And so just looking at the site initially, these guys don't have a ton, right? They don't have a ton of content. They have some photos there and maybe 75, 100 words worth of content, right? But what they do have is they have call to actions right at the top of the page, right? Phone number and email. And then they also have got their phone number listed here again, right? And one of the other factors is time, right? And that's something you can't really fake online is time, the age of your domain. And so I'm going to take a look here at their web page, right? Doesn't have a whole lot of info there. And so that tells me that there is some opportunity to get in and start dominating this space, because these guys haven't done a whole lot on their website, whether on site or on the back end. Otherwise, it would reflect here, right? All of this stuff, well, it would show. It would show in the traffic and traffic value and the keywords that they were ranking for. And so, so I also wanted to dig a little deeper. I took a look at your site, right? And you don't have a call to action at the top of the page, right? And kind of one of the things that people want to see is having that call to action above the fold. So the fold is just beyond like where the page breaks and you have to start scrolling down, right? And so you do have it just below the break. You have your phone number here, and you definitely have you get comparable content, right? But that's not a deal breaker, obviously, if these guys are in the top spot with kind of minimal content. And so taking a look at your site, right, which looks a little bit better on paper. And so one of the last things I wanted to mention is backlinks. And that's kind of where a large part of the SEO comes in. And so backlinks are essentially votes to your site, but not all votes are created equal. And so you'll notice here you have this UR and the DR, and the DR is the trust flow that points back to your site from other websites, right? And so what I meant by not all votes are created equal. So, for example, you have 20 backlinks on your site, but out of those 20, only 7 are sending juice back to your site, and most of those are citation flow. And so by citation, remember earlier I talked about name, address, and phone number. So like the zip local, right? So it's really a citation, but it doesn't send a whole lot of juice to your site, which reflects here, right? That's the trust flow. And that's really what gives your site its authority. And so, so what we'll do is start sending some authoritative links to your site, right? And there's a few things that we can do on site as well that can clean this up and help you to start getting more search. But so really kind of the big three, right, are citations, name, address, and phone number to help you get here into the map pack. And then organically, right, content and backlinks, right, votes to your site. So those really are the main three. And like I said, I just wanted to share a little bit of value there for you, so you can really kind of get a better idea of what I do and how I do it. And please feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me. You have my phone number, or just reply to the email when I send you this video. Thanks.